fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And off we go from Lambeau. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Got it. 6 the mic. 56 is the mic. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Watch out. Watch out. Watch out. Kill. Kill. Kill.
A first carry now for Thompson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Murray going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. And Gurley on first down, no chance that time. He's swallowed up for a loss of about 3. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, here's Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Armstrong. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Cousins. Over the middle, complete. It's Armstrong. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Here's Cousins. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They go play action. Cousins flushed out right. A deep ball for... It got his man complete. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays... Let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. On first down, it's Gurley. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Cousins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, he's looking sharp right from the get-go here. Tough division. They needed this kind of a start. But I think this is part of where scripting comes in. We always hear about the scripting of plays, how they're going to be called. Everyone dress rehearses their script, and right now they're following it to a T.
And for that opening drive, so part of the script still to come, right, partner?
Yeah, no doubt about it. We've got a ways to go with that, but you can tell that they worked on the script the entire week in practice, and it's paying off for them.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
But that doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Gurley. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, Cousins. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. They'll throw out wide, complete to Sanders. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
This is Thompson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
22 yards there, a 1st down. From Viking territory now. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Murray now. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Dancing to his left. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
Break the hunt. Ready? 54 Mike. Hey, let's get this, get this. Two.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Cousins. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Cousins now. Hard throw, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? No.
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 48 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
56, the mark, boy. 56. Check 56. Yo.
Throwing on 2nd down. Murray. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Murray now to throw. He's got Thompson here, complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers have taken the lead.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 40. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his 1st NFL sack. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now a pass hauled in downfield. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. 1st down, Murray. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he'll be stopped shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Following the interception, Cousins. Throw left side complete. That's Armstrong. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. On 1st and 10, Cousins. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Vikings going to signal for the 1st of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the toss, it's Gurley. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him. That full package of speed, power, able
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Gameeee is up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gameeee to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and that'll make it 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
As the first half is winding down, and the Packers have retaken the lead. Point after, right down the middle, and the lead is now 14-10. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing, Cousins. It's hauled in by Doxson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more.
And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, this is taken at the 3. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Gurley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
You got tight right there.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Watch out. Check right.
Hey, Echo.
54. Push him back. Push him back.
Cousins to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Armstrong. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. Now Cousins. It's caught by Sanders. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, Charlie.
54. Mike 54. Hey, that's good. That's
Black, black.
right there. Right there.
Cousins. He's got his man. This is Jackson. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Again they run with Gurley. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Gaye's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want it.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Zach Brown making his presence felt in the backfield.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zach Brown able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Murray with a 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? 2nd sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get 1. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Now, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see.
1, 2.
On 2nd and 15 now. Cousins. He gets it to Gurley, complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Now on 2nd and 16, Murray.
What up, boy?
And he's got some space here. 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And on that one, with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously in hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. Yeah, he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Murray trying again after the pick 6. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. Got to kick it, right? I mean, even the short yardage, you boot this thing, don't you?
Yeah, but I know how aggressive you are. I know what you want. You want to go for it, don't you? You're feeling it, aren't you?
Yeah, but treat it like a football game, not like Madden.
I like that. Fight the temptation, kick the field goal, because if you go for it and don't get it, you put a lot on your defense in a short amount of time.
Then he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pulled in at the 24. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Now it's Gurley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Let's get it. Watch the call.
Gun. Yellow. Check 59. Five.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Over the middle, complete. It's Armstrong. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, and a tight 1-point game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a second down, but they are in field goal range. Here's Gurley, and he'll go down at the 28. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Todd Gurley, 28 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
Tight down. There you go.
Back to throw to Thompson on the screen. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. To throw is Murray. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Murray. He's got it complete to Thompson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Murray to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly.
You better not get cooked again, cuz.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now Murray. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. They're going for it. It's Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. Now a give running left for Gurley. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Vikings, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Them niggas was balling. Yeah, man. Good game, bro. Yeah, man. Might as well. All this motivation, bro. Just doing this, done. Call it my division, baby. I just want